look that back up, I've got the information, I believe.
Or we in fact asked them to quit sending them, and send them electronic, did we?
Yes, I signed up for online banking a couple years ago, and they would still send us one. So when they sent that, I called the guy, and he said, well, you have to email it in, but yeah, this shouldn't apply to you. And I said, but I still get a mailed copy to the clerk, and I don't know why they didn't shut that off.
Okay, well then
And
maybe we need
so
some.
now they did shut it off, and we don't get charged anymore because we do online banking.
Okay. I went into their lab right on the corner of 46 at the drive-through and went in and sat down with her, so I'm gonna stop back there tomorrow and ask.
I can give you the names I talked to.
Yeah, and I wanna, I guess, know what we've been charged, because if we weren't supposed to be charged, we should get our money back.
We did get our money back this time. So what happened is the taxpayer gave me a check. It got returned non-sufficient funds. I was called by, I can't remember the name, I got it written down. Somebody called me and said, hey, you got this check, it's gonna come back out of your account, just wanted to let you know. I asked her specifically, I said, do we still have a return check fee? Because I have to give that back to the taxpayer, because we can't pay their, for their mistake. And I said, I know it's been $13 in the past, has it raised this year? And she said, well, it hasn't raised if they charge you. I said, okay. They sent me the statement, says this check is returned, like a paper statement, says you have a check that's been returned, take the money back out of your account. Service fee, it says $0. This was on the 20th of September, I believe. October 15th, I got a $13 service charge. So I called them. Why do I have a service charge on my account? Because you have it non-SFD. And I said, that was September 20th. Well, we've decided we're only charging them once a month now on the 15th or close to that business day, whatever the next business day is, if it falls on weekend. Because it just makes sense to us. And I said, was that sent out to us, cause this is the first time I've heard of it. And when you mailed me this, it says service fee $0. But now you're charging me 13. After I told the member, I'm sorry, we're not charging anything, cause that's what they're telling me. I'm not gonna charge them $13, because the bank don't charge me $13. And I said, I can't go back to them a month later. Oh, by the way, and she's like, oh. And so then she said, I asked her if they could waive it this time so that we know in the future, charge $13 because we're gonna get it charged within a month. So if you were to write me a bad check for your taxes, I'm getting charged $13. And I gotta get it back from you.
Okay, and they waived it, but it was a one-time thing, is what they told you?
Yes,
Okay,
I
'cause
believe
that's
it's right
not-
on our statement, waived per Nicole. I think it's Nicole.
Okay. All right, I will go back to her because she told me that they do not have that fee anymore.
And when I talked to her then, she also told me that with our account, we can get a better interest rate. Would I like somebody to contact me? I said yes, and I have yet to hear from them. So,
On the interest, moving into that, their rate sheet, any balances over 250,000 get a 0.75% interest rate.
not according to our statements. The fees that, the credit union, like I gave on my statements, it tells me what our percentage is, and I gave those to Tim when he asked for information. I don't have them right in front of me, but.
Yeah, I will ask her about that too, because that's
I
right
mean, I
off
can
their
give
rate.
you those right after the meeting, so you go to our last statement and pull them right from there.
Okay, well, let's,
That's nothing we have to act on tonight.
no, let's get some more information. Just a couple other thoughts, I guess, on just the banking switch in general. Sounds like we're having some service issues with Mercantile, which is something they should address, especially with these fees and do we get charged, don't we get charged. The only, I guess I've always liked in the past that we don't have all of our eggs in one basket with banking institutions because they only insure up to 250,000, and that is total. for a business or a governmental unit, it's probably different with like a husband and wife. But, 250 is all they're insured, that's CDs and, account balances, and I did confirm that with Tim also. So if we were to put everything in one institution, anything over 250 would not be insured. Which, I mean, we probably have some level of that here, but, I mean, we have a CD with the credit union, we have, our checking with Mercantile. So that I guess is a concern for me. I don't know that I'd wanna switch anything mid, I guess, maybe, at our fiscal year annual meeting, or I guess we don't have an annual meeting, but our budget hearing, we usually talk about, approving the depositories and stuff for the year. So, I guess that's one other comment that I had, and, we do also have a little bit of a unique situation. I don't know if anybody has run into this before, but, we have Joyce, who's obviously in a very key role in our finances, and then, a very important role at the credit union too, in accounting, and also Miranda, she's a backup, check signer, and Todd Zaskins, who also has a very key role at the credit union. So, appearances, we wanna make sure that we are showing proper separation of duties, and, I think that's, just something we as a board should consider when we decide our banking relationships and stuff, so, but
I did talk to Tim today specifically about that, because I have accounts at the credit union, I work at the credit union. I am blocked from all my accounts, and I verified with him today that Miranda and I are both blocked from the township accounts. Like, I can't get on my computer and get into a township account.
Okay, well, that's a solid control. I mean, that would be what we would be looking for as a board, like, okay, well,
Right,
we
and he's
do.
willing to, write a statement or whatever saying, yes, we blocked them, they can't get into these accounts. I can't do anything with it other than walk up to a teller window and say, this is what I wanna do.
Sure, okay, well, that's
So-
good to know, that would be a great control to have. And the other thing, again, the insurance, I mentioned this to Tim too, and he said there are some options out there if that was a concern about having an uninsured balance. So, maybe we could explore that further too, but I'd first like to know what I was told today by Mercantile and what you're experiencing, because that sounds like a headache.
And then, the other one that you talked about was, it just left my head. There's one more thing that you talked about, and I was gonna.
On here.
Mhm.
Fees, we have the return check fee, mailed statement fee, interest, FDIC versus NCUA insurance.
Oh, the auditor, switching the accounts from, like, when to
halfway
switch
year.
them. I know the auditor's coming this Friday,
Okay.
so it'd be good to ask her, maybe, her opinion as to when is a good time to switch, Is it good to switch at the end of a month or the end of a year,
Sure.
Just something to look at,
Yep. Yeah, let's make note to ask her that when she's here.
on her end, cause
And you're not, I won't.
working in the accounting field and somebody switches something up at the top and they don't follow it through to the accountant,
Yeah.
it's a little difficult.
Yeah, clean cutoffs are nice. I can appreciate that as an accountant myself, so, I will make a note, cause I know, Dutch will be here for the audit, will be out of town, so I will, make sure and ask for that. So, okay, so we'll, I guess, table this to possibly, bring it back up in January and see where we're at. I guess we're at, final public comment. Matt?
I guess, so I wasn't gonna say anything, sorry, Matt Hubbard from Cato Township, wasn't gonna say anything, but I believe you said we have a leak in the roof? Is that what you said above?
No, I said we had a leak in the roof.
Oh, I was gonna say, cause I thought we spent quite a bit of money on this, and it shouldn't be a concern, we put a brand new roof on here, but I thought you said they had a leak in it,
Yeah, we did have a leak, right after they fixed it.
right,
There's a vent right in my room.
Yep.
And there was a cap on the vent, that when they fixed it, it was rusted out and they didn't know it, so when we had a windstorm, it blew the top off it, so it was dripping and leaking into that corner. So they
So-
came
so
back
that-
out and fixed it.
Fixed it, okay.
Okay, so how'd they fix it? I mean, I guess we should be curious how they fixed it. Did they cap it off? Because
That's
they,
what Todd, I think, was saying.
That's what I
That's what we
understood.
need to we need to
yeah,
confirm
because
that.
they should have capped it off. So there should never be a leak there. I mean, they did the work, they need to fix it correctly, so that's my comment. So,
Thank you. Anybody else? Jenny?
I just have a couple of things. Just when you're doing your radar thing with the road commission, I don't know if anybody's ever been out to Nimberger Road, that's just south of Cutler, but it's horrible.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that is really bad.
Oh, the-
And it's a gravel road, so it's just a matter of some new gravel on it, but that's one of the issues that I saw. And another question I have is, Joyce said she's taken reservations for the rental of the hall, but I thought we did it through the township.
I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I said I take care of the renters for the hall.
Yeah, cause Joyce does the cleaning, so she's, when somebody gets done renting here,
If there's a problem, I can go on the cameras and see
Okay, so I
them.
wanna make a statement about that, and then you can do with it whatever you want to in the future. But it's my understanding that no one outside the township board should be handling township money. Which means that the Tamarack Library should not be collecting the rental for the hall. So that's come through in several clerk meetings, and that's the word coming from MTAs, so you may wanna check that out. And also, just out of curiosity, what happened to the two junk tables that were set in the corner?
We trashed them.
What's that?
We trashed them.
Cleanup days.
Okay, alright, just checking. It's like, okay, they're missing, where'd they go?
We got 3 more back there. Would you like one?
No, thank you very much. You can't give them to me anyways.
is that, anything else, Jenny?
Nope, that's it.
Thank you. Lynn?
I added a table to it yesterday. We rented the hall and we tried, I guess, some of the people that were here while I was gone running an errand tried to put one together and it was broken, so I told them to put it back here,
Absolutely.
just so you know.
The people that rented Saturday had told me, we set some aside because we realized they're broken when they put them up, and there's no fault to it other than they're old. So, I mean, it wasn't like we think the
Yeah.
renter just broke them,
Right.
it's just they're old and going up and down.
I think maybe the one you're sitting at might have a big dip in it too, and we tried to fix that
I
yesterday.
fixed that today.
Oh, thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, go ahead and, close public comment, and, next meeting is January 8th. So is there a motion to adjourn? Support? Support. Motion's been made, supported to adjourn.
planning commission member,
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion
why would you say
carries.
no?
Thank you, everyone, and everyone have